What's up YouTube, it's your boy Stans here, and welcome back to a brand new Pixelmon Generations video here on the channel. And today, we are getting back into our tutorials. We are going to take a look at how to spawn in RESHIRAM, ZEKROM, and Kyurem, the Tao trio. I have a hard time saying Tao, so that's my own fault right there. But of course, we have to use the Dragon Spiral Tower, which is a brand new structure in Pixelmon Generations 8.0, along with, of course, the Tao trio shrine itself. And then I get to show you guys how this function works. So it's brand new. If you guys are excited for today's video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a video just like this one. And then I hope you guys enjoy. Well, let's get straight into it. So I vaguely covered this during the Generations update video itself. This is the Dragon Spiral Tower, very synonymous with the game's Pokemon Black and White. And this is a actual very, very good recreation of it in Pixelmon. I know it might be a little bit scaled down still. It's very, very cool. You go inside, it has a little bit of a maze. I can kind of go over the maze itself. It's not very hard. It's very, very simple to get through. However, what I wanted to do before we get into anything else is I want to tell you guys about the loots. I've seen this almost every video that you can come across some loots around the different structures and whatnot, and they tend to have something at least related to what we got going on. So in this particular spot, there's a bunch of different separate towers as opposed to like the main tower itself. And that's where you can potentially have a little bit of loot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break in through the center, and then I'm just going to drop down in. This, it looks like, is going to give you, what, some gold, right? And this is going to give you some gold, which is pretty cool. Kind of forms, or works the same way, similar to a ocean monument that, you know, one of the rooms has, like, some gold blocks here, you guys. This one in particular has a trapdoor underneath it. We go down here, and there's a chest. So the chest has some Ultra Balls, some Dragon Souls, and then some Burn Drives. If you guys aren't familiar with what these do, they're very useful for, of course, your Genesect, the mythical Pokemon Genesect. Now, this is also a room that you can actually go in. The thing is, if you're going into the inside of the building, you really don't know what you're getting into. There's not much here unless you go all the way to the top, and you'll see the chest. So that's two of the towers that we're going to be taking a look at here. We just go around, skim through. This is another tower to take a look at. This might have something else for us to take a look at. Yes, it does. It has another room. Has some special blocks in it, and you can actually access this from underwater, from basically the structure. You access it through the underwater. You don't have to break from the top, but of course has another chest. And this one would have some ice-themed things, icicle plates, Dragonium Z, some more soul, Dragon Souls, things like that. So that's cool. And then I think the final one is actually going to be the one that's the most visible one. And it'll be through, where is it at? This one right here. This one will actually have just the chest just there waiting for you guys. So, yeah. I kind of wanted to show you guys that there are some loot that you can find in the building itself. And the materials that you find inside are going to be useful for what you need to do. We'll get into the resources in just a second. So, the next thing that I want to show you guys is the building itself. The building is actually, I'm using shaders, so it's going to be very, very dark. I actually put a lot of lanterns around the place to help me through this and kind of show this to you guys. But for the most part, it's very, very similar. It has the steps. However, it does have the movement plates. And then you might get a little lost here. What I did, I ended up just going right. I just kept going right. And I pretty much just hugged the wall. And there might be other ways to get through it. Oh, I almost fell off there. But yeah, this is pretty much the easiest way I found through getting to the top, and then you just keep going and so on and so forth. I will say, however, that you guys are probably going to need to be very good at parkour for you guys to, you know, make it through. But we've reached the top. There's a shrine right here, which is perfect. What I want to do now is I want to get a crafting bench, right? Because you guys saw what's in my inventory. I'm going to show you guys how to craft what you need. So, we need to craft 3 different things. Why? Because there's 3 different legendaries. There's RESHIRAM, there's ZEKROM, and there's Kyurem. Of course, it has the fire for RESHIRAM, ice for Kyurem, and electric for ZEKROM. This is basically going to be the recipe for each one of them. I'll show you guys how to do it in the crafting bench. But it pretty much filled up my entire inventory, as you guys can see. Which is pretty cool because you can actually use things like the fire gems, ice gems, electric gems, and the orbs. Stuff that's, you know, still been very useful in Pixelmon in the past, but hasn't really had anything else to work with, anything else to use it with, which is pretty cool. So we're going to enter our crafting bench. We saw the 3 Dragon Souls at the top. We have the fire gems to the left and the right, the orb in the middle, and then 3 souls at the bottom. This should give us the light stone. Now, this one's going to be used for, of course, RESHIRAM. Now we just have to repeat this. We'll get the ZEKROM one. Or actually, this is the Kyurem one, because this is the ice one. Right? We have the Kyurem one, which is the dragon stone. And then this one should be for ZEKROM. Come on, almost there, almost there. Click and drag, a little bit faster, man, a little bit faster. The dark stone. Okay, cool. So we have all 3 of the stones that we need to spawn these in. However, you guys saw that we used an orb for this. If you guys are familiar to how orbs work, orbs, you had to kill 150 Pokemon to spawn in Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. This is going to kind of work the same way to spawn these guys in. We used orbs, so we have to use a kill method. We have to feint a couple Pokemon. By a couple, I mean we need to feint 100 Dragon-type Pokemon. It has to be Dragon-type Pokemon for us to reach it. Has to be 100. We're going to test out the theory to see if we can do multiple at the same time, but yeah, 100 Dragon-type Pokemon so that we can fully charge these stones. Okay, so what I ended up doing was I ended up making an NPC trainer. I gave him 6 Dratinis, and we're going to start working on it. We're going to put the stones in our hotbar so that we can see if they are, of course, charging up, I guess is the best way to do it. So I'm going to battle this guy one time, full time, not on screen, but after the battle, we're going to take a look at it to see if we can pretty much stack the effect of defeating 6 dragon types at a time. If not, we'll go through this. It shouldn't take me too long. Okay, so I just tried something out. This might make the task very, very tedious. The first things first is you cannot stack the defeating of Pokemon. However, you cannot also use trainer Pokemon. It has to be wild dragon type Pokemon. Because I tried it with the trainer, nothing was happening. I spawned in a Dratini and it happened from there. I'm going to try to see if I can battle this trainer after I started it to see if it does anything. But as you guys can see, I have to defeat 99 more dragon type Pokemon. Nope, doesn't do a thing if you battle trainer Pokemon. Has to be wild dragon type Pokemon for the stone to be full. So I have to defeat 300. I'll see you guys when I get that done. So check out how much crystal and I only have 2 dragon scale and some sapphire that I made, all for beating a bunch of Dratinis. Now I have to say, this is a little bit sad, is I actually have to take a break in between stones, if that makes any sense. So my light stone here, for example, is completely full. We've completely filled it up. We've defeated 100 Dratinis. However, if you continue and you still have the dragon stone and the dark stone in your inventory, they actually require you, of course, to kill. You can't stack. I've said it already. However, you can't continue once you get rid of them. I guess you can move one of these into a bot, or like a chest or ender chest or whatever, and you can continue that way. But in this case, I want to show you guys pretty much how the spawning works. So I have to spawn this in before I can continue. So what I need is a nice little Master Ball, because we're going to be catching ourselves a RESHIRAM first and foremost. So I want to see how this looks up. Ooh, this is looking good. I like this. And a cool little animation. And RESHIRAM. Nice. Can I... No. Okay. My camera's always messed up like that, though. My camera's always messed up. And it's just because of the JEI, if I'm not mistaken. But we throw the Master Ball. We want to catch our RESHIRAM. And there it is. Guaranteed catch, first legendary, blah, blah, blah. Yeah! RESHIRAM. Let's throw him out here in the cave and see how he looks. Not even a cave, it's the Dragon Spiral Tower, which is pretty cool, right? So now we have ourselves a RESHIRAM. You guys know the drill. If you guys defeat it or don't catch it, I believe it despawns and all that good stuff. But we still have 2 more stones to work with, so we're going to be working through that, trying to get those as soon as possible. And then I'll come back and show you guys how those spawns work, or well, how they look, to be honest, because we kind of already know how they work at this point. I have the second stone, the Dragon Stone, already ready to go. This, of course, would be the one for Kyurem. One thing that I want to try real quick is I want to go ahead and put the orb in a box. So put it in like an E-chest, for example. Ender chest, grab one. I'm going to grab a regular chest too, so we can try it out with that as well. So we have a regular, not a trap chest, just give me a chest. Regular chest, so we're going to place both of them, so we have the ender chest and the chest. So I want to throw the Dragon Stone in here, and I want to go ahead and defeat a, is it Pokespawn Dratini? I believe so. Pokespawn Dratini. Yes. I want to defeat one real quick. I want to see if it starts working on the Dark Stone while we have the orb in the chest. I want to see how that plays out first. So Thunderbolt, taking him down, and yes. Okay, so yeah, as long as you don't have both stones or any of the stones in your inventory, if you have them like in a chest, it should work. Let me go ahead and try it on, of course, the Ender chest. It should work out. There's the Ender chest. Focus spawn a Dratini, and then let's go ahead and defeat it with a quick little Thunderbolt. So now this stone should be at 98. Yes, it is. So it works off that way. I actually might do this before I go in to spawn all the Pokemon. I just want to test it out first to see if it would work out. Just give you guys a little bit more information about that. So let's kill 98 more Dratinis, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we are back up in the shrine. We have both of our stones completely full. We're going to start off by doing the Dark Stone, which should be the one for ZEKROM. I guess do it kind of in order, right? RESHIRAM, ZEKROM, and then of course Kyurem. So let's go ahead and spawn it in. Wait, I know my orb is full. There it is. Okay, I was a little confused. I was like, I look at the particles are black, so of course to go along with the theme of the Dark Stone, of course. This should get me into battle with ZEKROM at any moment now, and here it is. Of course, you guys can't really see it. That is my fault, but Master Ball it away. Should be an easy catch. There's not much to it. We're going to do the same to Kyurem when that comes around. I was like, dude, this is taking forever to catch this. So we caught the ZEKROM, so now we have RESHIRAM, Kyurem, or we have RESHIRAM, ZEKROM, and now we should have Kyurem. And then this one is like bluish color, so it represents the ice, obviously, because Kyurem is an ice-type Pokemon. And we should automatically get into a battle with Kyurem. And let's go ahead and throw that Master Ball. Easy catch, guys. It should be an easy catch. There's not much for us to worry about here. And now, we have all three of them. Nice. Let's go outside, and then we're going to go ahead and throw them out just so you guys can see them. Here we go. So let's throw out a RESHIRAM first. Here's a big old RESHIRAM. Then we have a ZEKROM. ZEKROM is much, much smaller, of course, to size, depending on what Pixelmon RNG, right? And then finally, we have Kyurem. So we have all three of the Tile Trio now. Now, I want to fuse them. Okay, so I got the recipe for you guys. This is to make the DNA splicers, as you guys can see through the GAEI menu, optional, whatever it is. This is basically how you craft it. You need aluminum plates, you need iron bars, a block of gold, Never Melt Ice, Life Orb, Flame Orb, and a little bit of Redstone. You put this in this exact order that it's in right there, and you get, of course, the DNA splicers. And the way that it works out is, of course, you're going to be fusing Kyurem with either ZEKROM or RESHIRAM. So we're going to throw out Kyurem here. We're going to right-click it, and it's going to become Kyurem Black. And the reasoning behind this is because ZEKROM was above RESHIRAM in my party order. So in this instance, we're going to go ahead and defuse them real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and move RESHIRAM above ZEKROM. And this should, however, turn it into Kyurem White, which it did. Now, another thing I wanted to do, just because it's kind of part of the whole theme of Kyurem, ZEKROM, and RESHIRAM, is I believe there's no longer limits. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and give myself another Kyurem. The stands, Kyurem, right? And I'm going to go ahead and throw him out, and I'm going to fuse him. And I should now get Kyurem Black. So I should have both of them. Yep, I have both Kyurem Black and Kyurem White. No longer a limitation on them. You can hold both of them in your party. Same goes for your PC. And I just want to throw that out there so you guys can see how to do it. You guys got the recipe on how to get the DNA splicers. And it's very simple. Right-click. Of course, right-click into Kyurem. And then having the Pokemon in your party and so on and so forth. Very, very, very easy, guys. Very, very easy. But that's going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications so you never miss an upload. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what else you guys want to see here on the channel as well. And with all this good stuff out of the way, I'll see you guys later. Peace.